Yo, what's up you guys, and welcome to this new video we got right here. And this one is gonna be packed with useful info for you guys. But first, make sure to like and subscribe, very much appreciated, to help this video get in the recommended, which is very needed for my channel right now, starting to come back. And yeah, let's get right into the video. So what this is gonna be about is basically the trading plaza. I know you guys want to make free huges, you want to make some profit, and obviously all of this right here I took 12 days to get from nothing, and I got to all of this right here with all the gems in around 12 to 13 days, and playing almost non-stop. I got all of this. So even if you just got a few hours, you don't have too much time, you can still get maybe a huge, maybe you cannot get one in just a day, but you will be able to get something. And I've had people saying the last video I made helped them a ton, because they already got 9 to 50 billion profit from just doing the small tips I put in the last video. So that helped them out a lot. So we're gonna go in the trading plaza and I'll show you guys, because I did the link yesterday where I joined people's servers from the trading plaza link, and I found out it's actually much better to go over here. You join the voice server right here, because the voice server is always packed with very good people. And if you can't make your account verified by age, you can't join the voice server, but then you will have to do what I did in the last video, where you go to the trading plaza link and join a server with good looking avatars on there, because the chances are that the servers are gonna be way better. So let's get straight into it right now. So as you can see, our goal for today is to sell some pets and buy some pets and make profit. Of course, it's gonna be easier for me to make the profit on these pets right here, because I make billions of profit on every single pet I sell. I don't make a few millions, I make billions of profit. So if I sell this one as an example, its value is 70 billion right now. I bought it for 60 billion diamonds. So I would make 10 billion profit on this one. If I sold both, I'll make 20 billion profit. So you can see where I'm going with this. This is very OP, and let's turn off this one right now, because that sound is very annoying. So what you're gonna do is that you're gonna get, maybe you guys maybe have one of these, you maybe have 100 million gems, something like that. What you want to do is to find a booth over here that sells these pets for very cheap. Oh, that's expensive, too expensive. And you want to find some of those values or pets. You can also do it with mythics. Actually, the rainbow ones right here, he's selling them for 50 million. That's all right for these, but you can, if you hatch them, you can sell those as well. So let's go do this right here and try and sell some pets. So as you can see, I also sold pets for 15.4 trillion diamonds, and that's actually a lot. 15.45 trillion diamonds, that's the same as 14 huge OG huge cats. Like, that's a lot of diamonds. It's probably worth something like 2 or 3 Titanic jolly cats. So I sold a lot of value worth combined in my booth, and of course you guys will be able to do that in yours too when you do the flipping method, because you see these people maybe sold for 1.2 trillion. He's just selling a few pets, not too much. 1.7 billion. He probably made that from only selling mythics, which is pretty good, honestly. But yeah, I'll take the time a bit forward, because this can take like a few minutes to a few hours. So let's check it out. And if people are standing at your booth, that's just a good sign that they might be interested in any of your pets. So let's see if anybody is gonna buy anything. Okay, so we did sell one for 55 billion, which is pretty good. That's 5 billion profit for me, which is pretty good. I mean, its value right now is 65 billion, because it just updated and I didn't see that. So that's kind of rip. I could have sold it for maybe 62, 63 billion and made even more profit. But it is what it is. I still made profit, and that's the important thing. And if you don't have as much value as I do to get started, where it's pretty good, because what I do usually is, while I wait for my pets to sell, I go on Discord and I look for more pets with the gems I already have. So I always have circulation in gyms and pets. So when I buy some pets, I might have sold some, and when I didn't buy some more, I might have sold some more. So that's pretty good. So I mean, that's obviously what you're going to do. And if you don't have so much value, and you might have less than 1 billion gems, you have to find a good server and trade some of the people with huges, because odds are that they have a lot of exclusives just like me, maybe even more, that they don't really want. So they will be able to sell them to you for cheap, because they just want the gems. So if you are new to the game, you don't have too many gems, trade a good person that has a lot of huges, and ask them in the chat. Say, are you selling exclusives for cheap, because I'm new and need exclusives? Say that to them in the chat, and they might be able to sell you some for pretty cheap, and then you can sell them on your booth for a lot. Like the party cats right here, you can sell them for maybe like 250 million. The same goes for the party dogs, and you can maybe buy them for 100 to 150 million each from the people who don't need them. And the same goes for these, right? These you can sell for like 700 million to a billion, and you can probably get them for 200 to 300 million each from people who has huges. And it's the same with all of these. Like, go to cosmic values and you can check their value, what they're worth, and they're always gonna be a little bit less worth in the booths, because the value on the list is the pet values, and it's always worth less in gyms. So always offer less than what you're gonna sell it for. That is the main rule of thumb, is that you're gonna buy it for less than what you're gonna sell it for. If you pay more than you're gonna sell it for, you're obviously gonna lose gems. So let's go on the Discord real quick, and we're gonna see how I find the trades, and I'll show you guys what kind of lists I make. So let's go to there right now. So what you're gonna see right here is that I'm on the Big Games Discord server, and what I usually do is I put up here what I'm buying, what I'm selling pets for, the amount of gems that I have right now. The amount of gems I have is 880 billion something, so that's how much I have in stock. The huge hell rocks I buy for 7 billion, golden ones for 9 billion, because they're not worth so much, and I don't really want to be joining servers for if there's not so much profit potential. Rainbows 21 billion, and so forth. And when we get down here to the more valuable ones, like these ones down here, I'm gonna give a bit more value, because I'm gonna make less profit, but they are easier to sell, also for a bit of overpay. So tie-dye cats I'm giving 36 for. I'm gonna make 4 billion if I get this one and sell it. And the more pets you have on the list, the more pets you sell, the more profit you're gonna make, obviously. So let's check the list through. If there's something I can change the values of, something I can make less profit on. The huge festive cat is supposed to be 47 one, and the Mosaic Griffin is fine. Corgi is fine. Crystal Dog is actually risen a little bit, so I'm gonna add that up to 42. Super Corgi is all right. Let's put it at 45, because then I make 5 billion profit. Huge Gargoyle, we can put that up to 58. Slipnir, I only make 3 billion here. The Enchanted Deer, we're gonna put that up to 55. Lucky Cat, we make 4 billion from it right here. Hardy Cat, I'm not really looking for those, so that's why I put it a bit lower. Huge Forest Tyrants, I make 7 billion if I get that one and sell it. Nightfall Wolf, I make 5 billion. The Pumpkin Cats, I make 1 billion. Nightfall Pegasus, again, I'll make 5 billion from this one. These ones down here, I might put them up a bit, but they also do take longer to sell. So if they take longer to sell, I usually pay less, which is 65 billion for a 75 billion pet, because they take longer to sell. Again, Neon Twilight Wolf is worth 60, so I give 52. The Twilight Dragon I give 70. It's worth 90 or 80, I believe. Orange Balloon is worth 125, but I'll actually up this one to 179 or 97, I mean. Huge Green Balloon, I'm not really looking for those, but I don't have it in the index. I'll up it to 94. Also, I'll check the value real quick just to make sure. Green Balloon is worth 145 billion, so I'll actually up it to 105 billion actually. The Anime Unicorn, I changed that to 150 or 55 billion, but I'm gonna up it to 58 billion. Again, the Agony right here, I paid 82 billion for those before, so that's what I'm gonna put it at. Huge Rainbow Unicorns, that's at actually a 7 billion profit margin right here, but they do take time to sell. I'll put it up for 6 billion profit. The huge Jollies went up to 40 billion profit, or 40 billion value, so I'm still gonna give 30. Huge Lucky, this one is worth 100 billion right now, I believe, and I'm not really interested in them, but I do need the index, so I'll put 68 billion. Huge Skeleton is 125 billion, but I do buy them for 90 billion sometimes. One time I bought it for 80 billion, which was a good profit. Huge Dogs, I can sell them for 100 billion. They do take some time to sell, but I'm gonna up that to 90 billion because it is a 10 billion profit. Golden Scarecrows, I give 50 billion for, golden huge Scaries, I give 50 billion for. That's 10 billion profit. I'm probably gonna sell it for like 8 billion profit, because full price takes a long time to get. Scarecrows, 60 billion. I can sell it for maybe 67. Elf Dogs and Cats just got a value of 65, so I'm actually gonna pay 52 for these and see if people are gonna DM me. Huge Snowman's got 85 billion in value now, so I'm gonna add that one to 60 billion. I'm gonna offer actually 57 because I don't want to give too much. Rainbow Huge Hacked Cats, those I give 115 billion for. I got that for that 2 times, otherwise I usually get them for 120 billion and sell them for 132 billion. The Huge Grinch Cat just got upped to 70 billion value, so I'm gonna give 60 60 billion for those. Grim Reapers I give 160 billion for. I sell them for 172 to 167 or 1 to 176, which is at 12 to 16 billion profit. Again, it takes longer time to sell because it's a more valuable pet. The huge Grinch cat we just upped. The huge party dog does take some time to sell, but it is worth 85 billion. So I mean, it might drop a little bit when the next update comes. And then I just say DM me if you want to sell any of the pets I'm buying, not selling, to make sure. And then I usually just copy this, paste it, and I do that into all the servers right here. I changed a little bit of the values, so I'm gonna just paste it in here before I do it. And then I do that, and you can do that every half a minute, and then you're gonna get DMs up here, and I'll show that in a bit. So what we do is we keep posting it like this multiple times. It can take 5 minutes, a little bit more, and you will get DMs. This guy just DM'd me, so let's check. Look, would you buy huge Mrs. Claus? And this is one of the new pets, so I usually say not looking for those, sorry. And then I wait for other people to DM me. This guy, it's just, he hatched a huge jolly penguin right here, so that's very nice. And this guy's probably gonna say it's fine. And we're gonna go back in to post the trading list. And this is gonna take some time, and you do have to be patient. Otherwise, you won't really be getting that much. Okay, we got a new one DMing me. I'll sell you a skeleton. 95 billion, and we typed it as 90 billion on the list. 90 billion, question mark, as it says on the list, because he did DM me, say he would sell me skeleton. 92 billion, because then you negotiate a bit. When they say 95 billion, as such, like, you know you're gonna sell it for maybe 108 billion, 110 billion. So you're gonna make like 18 billion profit. But even if they say something, they DM you, they already saw your price, but they are still gonna try to get more than what you asked for. So 92, I'm just gonna say all right. So what's your username? And this joins on. And the reason for me saying that is because it's easier when his joins are on, then I don't have to friend him. But then again, it doesn't really matter, because I can always unfriend him after, because I don't want my friend list full, but it's just what it is. Okay, I'll just add you then. So we're gonna search for his profile up here, and we're gonna add him as a friend and leave the server I'm in right now. Otherwise, he's gonna try to join me, and that's something we don't want to have him added. So I just wrote to him that I added him on Discord, so we'll be added right now, as you see. And we'll just refresh the page and join his server, and then we're gonna buy it for 92 billion, and we'll probably try and sell it on the plaza for 110 billion and make 18 billion profit. Here we go. But yeah, and somebody just activating boosts. Yeah, we have him. Now, because we have the amount of gems, we can ask, are you also selling Yeti and Golden HPC? Because, I mean, you do have the pets, so we might take advantage of him having the extra pets. I'll offer after. Yeah, I'll offer after this trade, because he might not want the offers I give, and therefore not want to do this. If I lowball him too much, he might get mad and not do the trade. So that's why I always do the trade first, and then I offer after. So what we're gonna do now is that I'm gonna offer 130 billion for the huge pumpkin, and I'm gonna offer like 105 billion for the Yeti. So that's 235 billion, and we'll see if he'll do that. Both are one. So we're gonna see if he's gonna do that. We're gonna profit maybe 10 billion for the Yeti and 15 billion for the huge pumpkin for this price. So let's see what he says. So he asks for 245, and again, I'm gonna be negotiable, so I'm gonna say 240. That's meet halfway, and because it will take me a ton of time to try and sell the pets right here. So 140, that's gonna add to 142. Actually, that's still not too bad. It's basically a 8 billion ad, so I'm giving 100. Like, if we take the split difference, it's 7 billion. That's 3.5 billion on top of each. So that's 133 billion for this one and 108 billion for the Yeti. So I mean, it's not too bad. I will obviously be able to profit from this right here, because the total value of the two pets right here is 150 billion for the huge pumpkin cat and 125 for the other one. It's 275 billion. So I do have a 33 billion profit potential. Again, I might not profit that much because I'm not gonna sell it for 100% its value, but it's nice to know that you have profit potential. So for these three pets I just bought right here, we saved a lot of diamonds, and I'll calculate right now what we saved, because all of these pets combined is 400 billion gems value, 400 billion booth value, and we can sell them all combined for maybe 380 billion. And we paid 337 billion. So in total, that is 63 billion profit in total in diamonds. Like 63 billion. That is basically this pet right here that we made profit and 10 billion extra. So that is pretty insane. So let's go to the plaza and see if we can sell the pets now. We got an offer 115 for Yeti. I'll take that because we did give 108.5 billion for it. So 115 billion is, there it's sold, 6.5 billion profit right there. It's not too shabby. That's half a golden huge hell rod right there from just one sale. But yeah, you get the idea of how to profit. I just made 6 billion profit on one of these, and every single pet I have in here I make profit on. And so can you. You just have to buy it for the right prices and never to buy for too much. So yeah, also with the exclusives, if you want to buy them, make sure to give around 100 and 150 million per exclusive if you're new to the game, so you can make some better profit as a starting player. And when you get up to those 10-12 billion, try to get a hold of some golden huge shell rocks for around 10 to 9 billion and sell them for 12 to 13 billion, and you are gonna start to make some more profit right there. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. Hope you could use these tips on trading to your advantage, and I'll see you guys again in the very next one. Bye.
One eternity later.